There's a lot of things in the Black Clover Spade Arc that no one outright talks about. And today in this video, I'll be talking about one of the things that I think that no one talks about is the anticipated rematch between Asta and Dante. Today in this video, I'll just be talking about what could this fight do for Dante's character, for the whole series of Black Clover, and for Asta as a main character. But if you are new to my second channel, and you guys want to see more anime and manga topics like Black Clover, Demon Slayer, and Jujutsu Kaisen, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. The bell notification always stay notified whenever I upload. First things first, it's about Dante as a whole villain. Now, I know there's people that think he's a Mickey Mouse villain, think that he's not that good. Well, in my certain opinion, I think him constantly losing is okay for his character. I can go over like why it's good in a different video, but right now, take my word for it, and this is why I believe, I think him losing is completely fine. Now, if you haven't noticed this, the Dark Triad are supposed to be portrayed as our darker heroes, from Yuno, Asta, and Noel. And for Dante, it's most likely prevalent because of his ideology on humanity. Asta is basically the antithesis to that. Dante overall thinks that humanity's nature should be evil, while Asta says it is sometimes evil, but with a good heart, you could push past that. Dante, most likely in the beginning of his life, must have been at the highest of highs, while Asta, in the beginning of his life, has been the lowest of lows. So, take that into consideration on what Dante is right now. Asta right now is on the highest of highs, while Dante right now is at the lowest of lows. Now, what I'm talking about is the Dante versus Magna fight. If you didn't know, Dante kind of got his ass beat. I think what Tabata's going here is that we should think that Dante is the biggest threat in the Spade Arc, but he's been relegated to nothing but a clown. Dante technically has been, taking L's to people who have lower stats than him and should be, inferior to him. People like Jack, people like Asta, people like Yami, and people like Magna. And you see that what's going on here? Even the smallest insects, even people like Jack and Magna, Jack was the one who surprised Dante the most, saying that even if you have a low status, and if you have a unique magic just like Jack, you could probably make a difference in a fight against Dante. That was Dante's little development. But what Dante needs to understand is that he doesn't need to underestimate his opponent. He may think that he's the stuff, but sometimes in this world, there are going to be people that are stronger than us and that can have a trick up their sleeve. I genuinely think that Tabata's purposely doing this to build back Dante back up, and so he can verse Asta in his battle for the rematch. But right now, Dante looks like a clown and he's flawed. And that's the point. Dante's supposed to look pathetic as of right now, because right now, he doesn't really have anything that's special to him, which was Lucifero. Lucifero was the only reason why this guy had a boost. What's even more tragic is that Dante's not even the best host of a devil. It goes to Zenon in the Zucrass siblings. And it's because that Zenon's fourth sibling, or, the Dark Triad's fourth sibling, even said that Zenon has the most aptitude to become a devil host. More than Vanica and Dante. And you could low-key bring up that Dante might be the worst devil host. Now, I'm not saying that Dante as a devil host kind of sucks. I'm just saying, out of the Triad, he might be the worst, because Zenon is most likely the best of the Triad at being a devil host, and he is a prodigy. But Dante, thinking that he walks the walk and talks the talk, but he can never back it up. Even though he can beat people, he can never back it up to people that are weaker than him. And let's look at somebody like Asta, somebody who has been pushed by the Dark Triad and Dante to get stronger so he can save his captain, which is Captain Yami. It's because of Dante that Asta has gotten this strong. It's because of the Dark Triad Asta has gotten this strong. And now we are just waiting for that rematch. Now, I've been seeing people say that Dante coming back and fighting Asta would ruin the fight of Magna versus Dante in the themes and Magna's development. And I gotta say, wouldn't Dante not coming back ruin him as a character? Now imagine all the prior buildup between Asta and Dante finally having their showdown and clashing in ideologies, and these guys just never verse. Like, they never come to terms and fight each other. Now, there's stuff in anime and manga where you can get away with that between, Gon versus Meruem, that kind of stuff. You can get away with that since, they're just parallels to each other. But Asta and Dante need to verse to clash ideologies. And if these guys do throw down and verse, looking at Zenon's backstory and how Tabata did it, and I think there's going to be a lot of parallels between Asta and Dante and their backstories. And not only that, I think we'll get to see some of the best work of writing that Tabata has put out in this whole Spade Arc, and I think that the fight will definitely probably change Asta and kind of change Dante's point of view about humanity. Also, now looking at Xenon and him, having the devil's heart, Dante could possibly make the same contract with Lucifero. He can have the devil's heart and become a devil itself, make him devastatingly more powerful. But I do think if Asta and Dante were going to clash and throw down with each other, I think that in the Spade Arc, it's the time for them to finally do it and have their battle. But that is just me. If you guys did enjoy this video and want to see more types of Black Clover discussions and my honest opinions about the series, well, again, you've come to the right channel. And this is probably the end of the video. I don't want to waste your time any further. So I'm going to head up out of here, guys. Peace out. And I'm out, guys. Peace.